Hey everybody, it's the third day of August 2026. I'm Jan Erickson and this is As Above, So Below. Well, I am a day late. I had a very close friend pass away this weekend, or well, the day before. And so it was a kind of a difficult time for all of us. So I didn't feel up to doing the reading yesterday. We'll see how it goes today. Let me get my calculator ready here. All right, let's go ahead and get started. If you live in an area like I'm in, it's lots of smoke out today. It was better this morning when we first left the house, but then when we got back, it was really moving in, and it's everywhere now. Anyway, if a rune will ever drop into my hand, there we go. We have Ingus. Now, Ingus can be written two ways. It can be written as a diamond, or it can be an X on top of one another, so two X's. But in the center, you're looking at a diamond. And so for me, I use this particular version of it instead of the other kind. Other kind of looks like a strand of DNA. Ingus is the 22nd rune of the Elder Futhark, and so with that particular order within the Futhark, the 22 is a master number for the cosmic builder, and in a sense it aligns really well with the vibration and meaning of Ingus. It's Kenaz in all directions focused inward, and so that creative energy just builds and builds and builds, and it's the sudden release of energy. It's the seed, basically, and with seeds, when they grow, the energy concentrates and then bursts into life. Same sort of thing with Ingus. It's about potential. It could be a genetic inheritance, particularly if it's written like the DNA strand is. It's grounding. It's inner focus. It's the singular force that it ever expands into manifestation. And so there could be something that you're going to this week create or build. Let me get a little closer to this table here, or to create or produce or something. But or you could be getting involved in something where there's potential for that, potential for manifestation or for growth. Let's see what we have here. There's air, there's water, there's earth, and there's fire. So yeah, it's Caput Draconis, so it's one of the Draconi. Caput represents the north node of the moon, and well, its complement Cauda Draconis represents the tail of the dragon, or the south node of the moon. So this would be the head of the dragon, and Caput Draconis really is about being on the threshold of new beginnings. And so I think the two align really well, with the idea of manifesting something new, or having that seed of potential within you to do that this week. So I've already done a little bit of shuffling, so I won't do any more. Just do one here, and we'll cut the deck and take the lower half, and I'll draw 3 cards. Here we have, well, before I do that, I'm getting ahead of myself again. Let's go ahead and do the, I'm gonna do the numerology with the 22. Normally I would pull it out. I'll do it both ways. So there's 22, plus we have an 8 and another 2. So 8 plus 2 equals 32. And so that would be 5. I'll do it one more time. 22 plus 8 plus 2. 32, so 5. Now, if we take the 22 out, we have 8 and 2 is 10, which reduces to 1, and that's also new beginnings. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave the 22 alone, and because that's going to be the cosmic builder for, profound manifestation, and then 1, new beginnings. And so you have that potential to manifest something really great for yourself, and have that be like a new beginning or a new path that opens. Maybe we'll say that. Now, one of the cards here is the Queen of Pentacles. And so that I think is going to be the end result of where you're going to be sitting there, the successful, in this case, older woman, the queen, who's holding her coin or pentacle on her lap there, looking at it. She's probably out in her garden somewhere. You don't really see her home behind her. So she's out away from that. Oh, there's a rabbit down here in the corner right here. You can see that right there, a little bunny rabbit. But the Queen of Pentacles is very quiet. She's pretty ambitious. She's trustworthy. She's wise. She's kind of like the Earth Mother influence of the queens in the court portion of the tarot cards here. But she's relaxed, she's happy, she's at peace. And so ideally it's the goal of whatever this new manifestation and this new path will bring you is maybe some peace of mind, maybe a little bit of wealth, or at least a little bit of financial security. It just depends on what it is. Now, you may have, with the Eight of Wands here, you see 8 staffs coming into the picture like they're being thrown. The 8 is about material security and material recognition and security. It's also about greater harmony, leadership, and so you have a lot coming in on you now. Maybe these are different opportunities that you're trying to weigh out and decide, what am I going to do? So if it's something like that, then at some point you're going to have to make a decision about what that is. And you're going to have to do it in a way that's not emotional. Here you have the swords, which reflects the air element and our intellect, truth versus deception, balance, reason, analysis. That intellectual air element is swords. And so, and again, here you're looking at the maiden moon. So that suggests sort of a, like when you look at maiden, mother, and crone, you got maiden, mother, and crone. And so you have that sliver of the moon there that indicates something new is on the horizon. And so that you're going to need to make a decision about. And again, she's got her arms crossed, in balance with a sword in each hand. She's blindfolded, and she's sitting on a stone bench with her back to the water, which isn't smooth. It's still a little choppy. And so there's a lot of emotion that's at stake here, that's involved, and you want to make your decision, but without that entering into your decision-making ability. In other words, you want to make that decision dispassionately, without passion or emotion coming into it. And so she's weighing out those options, essentially, of what she's got. And she's trying to do it without, she's wanting to do that without having any emotion come in to influence the decision she needs to make. Sometimes emotion just gets you in a place where you're going to do something impulsive, and because it feels good, or whatever, or you think it will. And then later on you discover, nope, that wasn't the thing I should have done. I should have stopped and paused and waited and made my decision without all that influencing. So in order to do that, then if you do that, then you have hopefully some peace of mind and some maybe something lucrative come of it, and give you a little bit more material security. But again, you may be facing a lot of things to think about. Again, this could be new opportunities that you're having to weigh out. And again, if you're going to do it, you need to do it without emotions getting in the way, so that you can ultimately have some peace of mind. So, taking that back then to Ingus and Caput Draconis, this may be a new direction in your life. And you need to have a very concentrated focus with Ingus to, again, without emotion getting in the way, to then let that gel and sit in your mind for a little bit, so that you're not making the decision impulsively. Okay? So that's what I think the cards in the reading are saying for this next week. And I'm just going to do a short reading here today, because I was out before when the smoke started coming. I didn't have my respirator on, and I'm feeling a little scratchy there in my throat. So anyway, if you're in a fire zone, I've been watching video of Spokane. That's just horrific. What's happened up there? It's a mess. Hundreds of homes and structures have been lost, and it reminds me of that a few years back, the Paradise Fire down in California. It just took out everything. And we've had fires here that have done the same thing in Oregon. And so, if you're in that type of an area, make sure you cover your, with either a mask or or an actual respirator if you have to go outside, because you don't want to breathe this stuff. I'm out in it for less than a minute. I'm already getting a headache, and so it's something that you just don't want to get that in your body at all. We have our back porch door with a piece of paneling over it, taped over it, because it's just open to the back porch, and so we have to do that when this happens. Otherwise, it fills the house and we can't breathe. So anyway, so stay safe. Just be very, very careful, be very watchful. There's an app, I think it's on both Android and I know it is for Apple, called Watch Duty. It's free, and I recommend, I see everybody mentioning it online. Oh yeah, it said on Watch Duty this, and I have mine up all the time now because I'm watching, because it could come here, and we've had fires around us. They just haven't come right to where we are. And so, but Oregon has got, gosh, I think we're up to 2 million acres burned right now, or maybe more. I saw yesterday. So, it's a scary time, and stay safe, and come back again next, hopefully Sunday. That's my goal for another edition of As Above, So Below. Be good to yourself, be good to one another, and blessed be.